This first of all, this white 3 stones is here, and here too. White's influences. And there are also weaknesses that black could aim here. Yes, you have to focus on keeping. Yes. So you could make it simple, right? Capture the 2 stones is here, and then you could also even save the rest of the left side. You couldn't get everything, couldn't make everything. Right? So you need to choose the better one. Okay, so it happened. So now Curiosity got a chance to separate like this. That was a very great idea. And now it already became very complicated, right? And White lost the most of the territory on the left side, and still Black got a chance to separate White. That's quite powerful for Black. But I don't know whether that was a great move or not. It even looks like a not important area. I suppose that Black is looking for something on the A side, but I don't see any great follow-up with B stone. So I wanted to ask to Kibusty the reason why I played there, because I didn't find it any great move. Maybe you wanted to reduce the low side. That's the one reason, or you don't know how to play. Push there and then play here. It was your move, but I don't think that is good move. Yes, exactly. I think, yeah, you are just about to attack. You got a chance to separate it, the B group and C group, or between D and C group, right? Maybe by going D, and then now you can separate it between the groups. And so you should directly. I think it's very, very powerful. And white plays there, then now you go here and Hane. It's very difficult for white already. Should try it like this. So they played there, and then now I fixed the weaknesses here. Then even though you continue on the low side, and still low open. So you played 2 moves, but then white played 8, and white completely took the control of the bottom side. And still there are some great follow-up for white. So I think this could have been very, very big mistakes for you. This one, you should have continued directly or immediately over here. That was one of your great opportunities in this situation. But this one, and now I just fixed it over here. I fixed this stone on the weaknesses, and now white is looking for A, which means you need to come back, let's say. And now you lost the chances. One move, right? The timing, the way, or keep your own initiative in this situation. So this was very important. Continue. You did here already. From this move, you're trying to separate it because you don't want it to get surrounded, right? And suddenly, Tenuki, it was not consistent as you should have. Okay. Okay, and white tried it here and then here, and the white made big mistakes here. This was good, but when black and white should have connected. How should you overlook or something? Litchi? Is it? Or maybe you didn't like to. You don't want to. You don't want to let black connected here underneath. And now you captured the 2 stances before, but now he survived it. So you don't want to see that. So you reacted here, but this was even worse, right? Now I cannot separate this and even connected underneath as well. So that's why you played there and then tried to make the call, but it was very difficult for you. So you should have connected here. In fact, black doesn't have a chance to connect here because white is going to surround here. And if you see that or evaluated the situation of what's going on now, this black group has no two eyes yet. Do you see that? So you block the tier and till you're attacking, right? Black is under the pressure. Even though black connected here underneath, still there's no two eyes. Maybe black push here and they're all same phase, but still there's no way to make the two eyes. It's very difficult for black. Here, and I play this. As you can see, it's a very big problematic for black. So when black hane, and you should have just connected here. So let black connect underneath and then block here. It's around here. So curiously, now you see that how the H3 here, this A move was very big mistake. So now white is just about to turn the table. But white missed it. White missed it, so therefore got a chance to capture this group. Even later, eventually it happened like this, and white is trying to fight, but you found this move. Was very good. This is the tendency that black could capture this main key concept of the white. So black up here, then now I can Atari here and connect it. So F10, F10. So we found it. Very nice move. And what pincer and came out like this. And when white connected here, and black should have actually black should have played here first. And because white doesn't have a chances to connect it here. Then the black can connect it. White answers and now black captures. Now I cannot surround here because black can call here and capture like this. So this was the perfect timing that black could save these 5 stones now. And then white black connected without that exchanges, so therefore the even after, then now I can react it like this, right? That's the difference. So that's why now I could cut. And then it changes like this. So the game is still good for black. Still good for black. But just right after, when white played there, black should have 10 key. You should have 10 key and the curiosity. Now this one is nothing, not really important. You can always let white play around here. You will react it. Something like that. There's no really big pressure for you. No big deal. So the bottom right area, the right side area is more important. So once you build it around here, then you can aim a lot of things with your some artist, the D, like C, D, D, E, or F. Well, everything is possible, right? Which it means that I need an answer at least to remove this artist. But then now you may kick here and then connect it like this, and there's no concern for you. Answer, and now I got a chance to pincer. Now this game became even more complicated, right? You see that Now you're under pressure, and now I can expect something good. And eventually it happened because you made a huge mistake. The or sentence and tip, and white is taking the right side very naturally. But this one, what should I play here actually? This is better shape. White play there and trying to cut. But here, just it found very nice move. This one. The A. The A is looking for B, right? B was very good. The white answer. That's why. Otherwise, if I place around here, now black can do something like this, and then this. Or maybe it's not working. It's not working. Oh, it's not working. Ah, yeah, right. This one, this one, this one, this one. Right. This one sente. Here, the now black connected, and when it connected, now black can play here, like this. And when captures, and then over here. So it's working. It is working. So I'll say the N7 was good. And what played here, but the problem is that black didn't continue. Totally tried to save this, but black should have played here. So this is exactly what black was aiming for. This B. E and C as near. So I cannot block it here, right? Caught and captured. And I assume that you had a concern. That concern, yeah, that's why it is going to kill your A group. That's the only thing that you might concern. But the fact that this was way bigger, right? And you are losing B, and you have a locally C to capture D group, right? So this was very important. But you missed it this, so therefore white got a chance to connect here, capture these black stones, and still you're in the pressure A group. So I think because of that you played E8 here and white connected. Therefore the game is kind of over. The game, the table, turn the table already. Yeah. White turn the table, and I think very difficult situation really for black. Then black jumped here and white peeped once, and you see this A group has even no one eye even inside. White played there. 211 exactly. 211, and then it's over, right? Black plays there, and how would you continue? Here, and cut. And cut. It's a big problematic for black already. So black couldn't even come out. So this was a great move, the only move that you could win this game now. But now this one move is different, and now black got a chance to do something here, and then push and call and capture. So it happened. So black came out here, and this one jumped. But I will say this was the losing move. Maybe it's not late to play like this, and to give these two stones and did the result on the endgame stage. Yeah, this was the last chance. And that's the only move. I think it's very difficult already until to give these two stones and something like that. Or go down here. Then black takes here. Maybe black is slightly ahead, but you could also take here. I think it's very difficult thing. But this one, and now black found that one here. Atari, there's some weaknesses. Were found cut and cut. Now, I lost the connection here, thinking this was a big loss here. Is it? You played once by yourself, and you got caught eventually, right? That was not doesn't make any sense. To give here and then do some endgame. So that was the last chances for you. Yeah. I think after white didn't have any opportunity. After white got separate here, and black is going to capture this A group. This was good, but the capturing mace is not possible. Black has lots of the liberties here, and then this was even sente, and this was the finished blow. So we're founded. From the beginning stage today, from the first to the last minute, there was lots of fighting and lots of the things that we discovered. But most importantly, that the very simple things, the very basic things that you need to know. This kind of idea. Once you decide this exchange, that means you need to take care of these two skies. Okay. Then of course you could treat as a very light tones as I showed before variations. But this kind of move that you need to always have a concern with how you can make the better result. Okay. Okay, this one and lit. To make it simple, if you also have known this pattern of the idea, then you could have played B to make it simple way, right? Maybe you don't want to give these E guys as well. That's why you pushed here at the before, but that didn't make that great result for you. And second, in this situation, you should have directly separate. You shouldn't think of this kind of the other thing. You need to keep continuing. Here and here. And capture. And this one, right? And this. Just let black connected and then. Okay. I think we checked everything what we had to check. So maybe let's move to the final one. Do you have more questions for this game? Okay. I saw all your mistakes. Yeah, I analyzed it quite, very hard. I didn't check that very, very quickly. Checked every single moves and think what was the best is, and I found very lots of mistakes, and I had to describe it. Okay, And then final one is Litchi versus Panteloi. And Panteloi by one was a resignation. This game went very smoothly when through game and opening to the last the mid game stage. But this one, once Litz made big mistakes in the Zuseki part, and the game straightly the game over. That was strange, and I think it's already now it's proof. Even you made one even single mistakes in a very you couldn't very difficult reason. I was the mistake is Atari and then Tenuki. It seems fine, right? Atari was to take seat, attack D stone, but why is bad exchange bad move? Because of the no. Mhm. The situation, the corner. And how now you can't block here, but you block the here, here, right? Atari and go down. But you wanted to attack D. That means when by timing, then you shouldn't have blocked it. You should have continued here to keep A stone, A move, very great move. Do you understand what I mean? White is going to capture probably, but then you can keep this A stone. Yeah. Oh, yes, you thought about it. Okay, then you should. This was a way better because it's not consistent. Atari and then to try to keep the corner area. This was the game, and even its leather was the leather. I thought that what? Why is not the leather? Why is it real leather? But it is leather. It was leather. So I capture this ace turn, and black needs to capture B. Otherwise, white will take B instead, right? So that's why you capture. Well, this was the game. So you played A and then you lost the B. So now white is going to attack your this stone. So this result was very difficult for black already. Okay, so let's go back to the situation on here. And black's turn. And let's make the variations compared to that you're going to play here or like the actual game that you played it. So this variation, if you see that this variation is better, you guys, and then please type A, and the previous one and B. I wanted to check you guys or the point of view from you guys. So previous one or second one, which one is better for you? Oh, which you can say, oh, my variation, my result is better. No pressure. It doesn't mean that the game is over, so you can play for sure. Okay. So this one or this one. Hmm. Side one. Yeah, this one. I already explained the reason that you could keep each one as very nice one. Nice move, right? Hmm. Then you're developing the memory. Hane here. If you wanted to play M3, then you should go directly. After Hane, then you may block. After Hane, you're not going to cut. That's different. You're going to cut. Cut is the that's the once you Atari, that means when your opponent's Hane, and then you need to give the responses. Okay. Perfect in push in Hane 2. So Tiger's mouse, and then it happens like this. And then play this one, and here, and it happens like this. And I feel like the game is kind of already over to me. Because black doesn't have enough points, and even it's not even surrounded perfectly. So I can separate A area and going to B to reduce right side. So this variation result was not that great for black. And I found that L5 somehow black could aim this party, right? And I found B, and I feel like it seems better. How should I continue then when black played there? And I didn't make any conclusions yet. I just thought about this move briefly, and then I think it's better. My point of view. When black play there, then who would you play? How would you play Hunter Lee? You're right. There's 6. Okay, then black plays this one. And then h5. Okay, and black push. And connected and fight. Tiger's mouse. Tiger's mouse. Okay, and then black plays Atari and then jump. So one somehow needs to take care of this A group also. But maybe I can sacrifice it, the group. Something like this. Well, I can try, but it seems very reasonable for black. 07. 07, it's Sente. Yes, this one. Good point. Okay, and black play this. And Okay, connected. Connected. So I place this one. The second five. Okay. That seems difficult here. Mm. But I think it's much better, at least better than actual game. And then black can look for, I don't know, some invasion point with these weaknesses. The left side, maybe like this. Mm. Huh. At least black could keep the corner area. Mm. Yeah, attach here. It is also kind of similar ID that as that L5 that I showed you the move. B is also kind of looking for C. But the problem is why it's easily fix this and still it's quite fightable. I cover and I play this one. Now I can easily reduce the right side area. And it seems not that really easy for black. Okay, so here. So now black is trying to kill this white group, but it really didn't really work out. Not that easy here. It was very smooth in the end. White easily managed to sabaki the two eye shapes. Maybe easily go out like this or like this until it seems better. You don't have to play around here, I think. This one and here. First Hane and this. First Hane and there. But then I can still do here. Not easy already. Hane cut. Or I can go here, but then capture this stone. And there are some eye shapes also locally. Not that easy. Yeah. So, how do you think this situation? You fare okay already or how? So the situation is already like a do or die. So if you can capture A, then you will win. And if you not, then you will lose. Like that, 50-50. So I think it's quite difficult already for black because it's not easy to kill black white group. The Hane is also not possible to capture because of this weaknesses in B. Yeah, that's parade, yes. It's not that easy. Even this one is not working. It's the eye caught or captured. Yeah. So then we need to check. We should check that the why it happened. So here, I think it's you didn't manage to surround it very nicely. That's why you need to additionally answer, or at least need to play, right? The one move different, and then this here and here too. It's always like A side is open. It's quite annoying, right? You always need to take care of this RG. And you are going to develop the B area, but here is also open and A side is open, so it's not that easy to defend it at the same time. So that's the reason why the game was not easy for you. And I entered here and jumped out. And this shape is very, very light and flexible. And white black tried to cover, but it can come out uh, like this. Yeah. I always the windows open in the winter. Yeah, freezing, freezing all the time. Uh, so how to block that then? Powerfully or directly or ineffectively. Uh, and then effectively like this. One step more to give pressure. And this also gives this looking for this 8 to, if white answers around here, then now black can even come out. It's directly working. So that means white also needs to react it immediately from this speed. That's the difference, right? And then Fantelo said, why gonna play here and here? And even this one, or even the black avatar here, and then play around this area to give these two stances. That's really quite big difference. Or maybe double hane, and play like this. Or hane connected, something like that, right? So what move made the huge difference, right? Yeah. So this one, okay. It doesn't mean that it's bad for white, but it's also quite fightable. I think the situation is already quite for white, but the point is that while still the game is quite playable for black. So maybe instead of this move, Pantaloid, more practically, how do you think Atari and then capture the corner? These versions I like more the actual game. And then capture the corners like this. And here now you can do something like this, right? And you grab the corner and then keep the B area as well. Yes. So I was also going to tell you that I could play here as well. I assume that you also consider this way. It is more clear, definitely, than connected like this. It is also problematic for white because white also had one weaknesses from the left side, right? So that's why. Okay, I think this was the end of the game, right? Mm. And I enjoyed a lot. Thank you for your guys' performances. I enjoyed a lot, and I hope you guys also too. And next week, next Wednesday, I think at the 20 o'clock, 20 o'clock is the same time as today. I'm going to make the commentary again, and for the February League of the Stone in the Shell League. And I hope you guys will come and to see our interesting cases. Okay, then that's it. And I will enjoy it today, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.